everybody, this is NeoChaos22. Welcome to an installment of Xbox 360 Minecraft. Today I'm going to show you my favorite redstone switch. In this area right here we're going to put in a water bridge, and right there, and we're going to dig a pit. We're going to put a redstone switch, get it all working, cover it with water, and then this piece of land I'm standing on will actually go up and down, so water will be covered up behind us. So I'm going to go ahead and get some dirt filled in. It's going to be a 6 by 12 area, maybe 7 by 12, just big enough so I can carve out a work area, and we'll go down about 5 blocks. Let me go ahead and time lapse and show you what that looks like. Okay, so now I've dug out an area, and that's where the redstone switch is going to go. And then again, just to the left here, this piece of land will be the bridge. So I'm going to hop in now and dig this area down about 5 blocks, and that's where we're going to set up the redstone switch. Now some supplies you're going to want to have will be 2 buttons, obviously a stack of dirt, 8 redstone torches, and probably a stack of 64 redstone. I'll be right back. I'll fast forward this a little bit more. Okay, we've got our pit cleared out. So now I'm standing with the house behind me looking out towards this mountain. But you can see I'm 5 blocks down, and we're going to start putting some dirt in place. So as I mentioned, 2 buttons, 8 redstone torches, at least 8 pieces of redstone. Probably a stack of 64 is good, depending on where you're going to put your switches and pistons. You need 7 dirt for the switch. Now this is called the XNOR switch, I believe. And if you just look at the pattern, 8 redstone torches, 7 pieces of dirt, 8 pieces of redstone. So just remember those pieces, and that's the minimum. And you'll see I'm going to get this set up here. I'm going to be using pistons to raise and lower. So I also have with me 10 pistons, and you use repeaters to fire off that many pistons. So you want 10 repeaters, and I've got those. And you'll probably need 2 more repeaters to get redstone to your switches, depending on how far they're away. Okay, be right back once I get this set up. Okay, I've got the switch set up. I'm placing our test piston in a corner, and I'll give you a good view of this in a second. Let's make sure it works right. And it doesn't. Missing something here. There we go. Alright, so if you do this right, you should use 8 pieces of redstone. So let's hop up here and we'll take a look down. And feel free to pause the video at any point if you want to take some notes. You'll notice how those first 2 redstone are on top of the dirt, and all the other redstone torches face forward on this front face of the dirt. And that's the direction. So coming out, this single piece of dirt on the end is going to be the piece that fires the piston open, up or down. And then each switch is on a piece of dirt at the other end. Let me go down there in a second. So you can see the redstone torches. And now we're moving back to the switches. So just use redstone and put the switches wherever you want. Fire it off a couple times. And you can see that I can open and close it on the same side or the other side. So this works great for moving walls or bridges where you don't want to get trapped on one side or trapped inside. Or you want to go in someplace and shut it behind you. So this is definitely my favorite switch. Good view of it there. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start cutting out the area for the pistons. Now that we've got the switch all done. So again, freeze the video here if you want to get a good look at it. Alright. So this little strip of land is going to be the bridge that goes up and down. So I'm going to prep it by putting a column of dirt on each side. There's one thing to know, that if water hits redstone, it washes it out. So you want to be very careful when you're doing these kind of projects. Now I've made a lava bridge like this as well. I made it 2 blocks wide, so it would use all glowstone actually. Lift up a glowstone bridge out of the lava and then drop it back in. So it was great to protect like a lava moat around my house. So this is all filled in. So now I can carve out the 10 blocks that will represent the bridge. It'll need to go down 3. So the pistons will be at the 3rd, then sand. And then when the pistons are up, the sand will be at the sea level. So I'll go ahead and get this set up. I'll be right back. Okay, so we are 3 blocks down, and I'm setting the pistons. All the pistons will face up, and I don't have sticky pistons on this map. I only play survival maps most of the time, and I have not found a slime farm on this map, so we're going to use sand since it works with gravity, and when the pistons are down, the sand blocks will fall. There you go, good view of that. Facing away from the house. Okay. So kind of imagine the switches will be at each end of the bridge. And that's everything there. So now we want to set up the pistons with the inverters, repeaters. So we're going to dig out the spot here. You want to make sure that you give clearance, which is one of the reasons I came down 5 blocks. This is going to be perfect for putting 1 row of dirt that'll have the water on top of that. I'm going to leave a little ledge here and then set the redstone to the repeater on each piston. Just like that. And we'll set this down. And I had that 1 redstone there, so now it's connected to the switch. And it's that simple. We're going to do a quick little test. Alright, pistons are firing. And there we go. So we got to extend it out to get the ends. And we're very close to being done. What kind of Minecraft video would it be without a zombie kill? Down he goes. Don't need that flesh. Alright, so it got dark while I was looking, so I'm gonna go ahead and sleep real quick. Alright, let's head out. So all the pistons should be working now. Take a quick look at that. And then we're ready to cover up our switch and get the bridge working fully, filling in the water. It's the bridge. Go down little steps we made here. You can see all the pistons fired. Hit the switch. And the bridge is down. So, and you'll notice that by going 10 blocks wide, I'm going to have to kind of custom fill this lake in. But it should work out fine. Again, just remember, don't have water pour in your redstone because it'll wash it off of whatever it's sitting on. Those I've got redstone torches too. Okay, so I've got 2 more repeaters, and we're going to use those to link our switches to their final spot. So we'll grab them. Now I want the switches to be at each end of the bridge, and again with this particular XNOR switch, it can be raised and lowered from each side. Just for the sake of ease, I'm going to put the switches on the same side as the redstone circuitry. That would be a neat place to put it, but we'll put it on the other side. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to wire this up, and we're getting close. The right side switch is in, so we're going to put this switch that's closest to the house in position now. You can see how I like that in there. Okay, so we're going to go 1 block underneath, lay our first redstone. We don't want to touch that redstone, so we'll carve out a little pathway. Gonna go 1 more. The sand is kind of annoying. Alright, so now we're clear of the piston redstone. So we'll bring our switch redstone down and let it run on this little pathway, make a ledge. Take this out. Now because the water is going to be above this, I will need to make sure I fill back in that second row above where this pathway is. I'll do that in the last edit. And we bring this down, and actually that's not going to work. Gotta come back down 1 more. You can't go into a block like that. You have to loop it and come in straight like this. There you go. That works. So we'll fix this one over here. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've tested the switches. They're working. So now we're going to kind of start putting a roof over the switch. And again, by going 5 deep, I have just the perfect amount of height to go ahead and fill this in. And then I'll cut the rim around and then fill it in with water. And at that point, we should have a perfect working water drawbridge. Let's get this filled in. How great is this looking? A little bit of water to even this out. I'm going to get the current so it's pushing into the middle. There we go. Let's test it out real quick. So that's about wrapping it up. I hope you like this. My favorite redstone switch. If you liked the video, please click like or post any comments. I do check. Back up. Let's go test it on the other side. And subscribe if you want to keep up to date. Thanks for watching.